on a quiet winter evening, as glass offices reflected the midnight sky. Elliot Marston, one of the city's youngest self-made businessmen, paused outside his corporate building. He watched one of his most silent employees, Lyra Venn, step out, carrying 2 heavy grocery bags that seemed to drag her entire body downward. She always moved quickly, kept her head down, trying to disappear. But tonight, something about her steps felt unsteady. Something in the way she held her breath against the cold wind tugged strangely at Elliot's heart. He had seen her arrive before everyone else and leave long after the cleaners, yet never once complain or ask for help. A quiet instinct whispered to him, "Follow her." Just this once, he told himself it was just concern. But deep inside, he knew he was following a feeling he couldn't explain, and a truth he had never imagined was waiting for him. Before the story continues, if you believe in kindness, empathy, and the power of compassion, please like this video and share it with someone who needs hope today. And don't forget to comment where you're watching from. We love hearing from all of you. Elliot followed from a distance as Lyra crossed through the glowing city center, stepping away from busy roads into quieter streets that most wealthy people never even noticed existed. Her thin uniform fluttered in the icy wind, and she clutched her bags like her life depended on them. The farther she walked, the dimmer the streetlights grew. Elegant buildings turned into old apartments and forgotten structures with walls faded by years of neglect. Elliot felt his stomach twist. He had always believed he treated his employees fairly, yet watching her walk into a world of poverty made him realize just how little he truly knew about their lives. Finally, she turned into a narrow, dark alley. Elliot hesitated for only a second before following. Lyra stopped at a worn-down apartment building with a crooked door dangling on loose hinges. She pushed inside using her shoulder. A cold hallway stretched ahead, damp, dim, and smelling of rust and rain. Elliot followed the faint echo of her steps up 3 flights of creaking stairs until she reached a door covered in peeling paint, peeling tape, and a faded number. She slipped inside. Before she closed it completely, Elliot heard a sound, a soft, gentle cough, then a fragile voice calling her name. Curiosity pushed harder than polite boundaries ever could. He stepped closer just as Lyra opened the door again, startled to find her employer standing there in the dim hallway. She looked terrified, not of him, but of being seen in this place she had so desperately hidden from the world. After a long moment of hesitation, she stepped aside, silently inviting him into her truth. Inside was a single, cramped room. On a thin mattress lay an elderly woman whose face was pale, her breathing shallow, with medical supplies scattered around her like a battlefield of survival. An old, tired heater hummed weakly in the corner. A cardboard box held a few cans of food and half a small loaf of bread. Elliot felt the shock like a physical blow. He had expected hardship, maybe a small, struggling apartment, but not this. Not survival in its rawest, most unfiltered form. Lyra spoke quietly, her voice trembling, as she explained. Her mother, Mira, suffered from a chronic illness that demanded expensive medication uncovered by insurance, completely unaffordable, yet absolutely necessary for her to live. Lyra worked 2 jobs, slept barely 4 hours a night, skipped meals, and lived on pride alone, determined to make it work. And then she said something Elliot would never, ever forget. She said, "I just didn't want to trouble anyone. I only wanted to survive quietly." Those words pierced him to his core, not because they revealed perfidy, but because they revealed a quiet, unbreakable strength. Elliot knelt beside Mira and gently introduced himself. She offered him a weak smile that felt stronger and more profound than any words could ever be. And that fragile smile changed something deep inside him. In the days that followed, Elliot arranged for comprehensive medical support, secured a better, safer home, and promoted Lyra to a position truly worthy of her incredible dedication. But more importantly, he treated them with respect, not with pity. He realized that true success was never about wealth, it was about how deeply you could help someone rise when they were sinking silently right in front of you. Slowly, Mira's health began to improve. Lyra finally slept without fear gripping her heart. Their new home was warm, safe, and filled with a sense of dignity they had long been denied. Elliot visited them often, not out of a sense of responsibility, but because they had become a part of his heart. He realized that following her that night wasn't a coincidence, it was his purpose. Sometimes life leads us exactly where compassion needs us most. If this story touched your heart even a little, please like this video, subscribe to World of Kindness, and share this story with someone who needs a little hope today. Before you go, comment and let us know which part of the story moved you the most. And remember, sometimes just noticing someone can save a life, including your own.